Veritas, the Light Kingdom Party, Hermes, the Caduceus, and EXG Global News Network, we want to speak about Veritas. You have Republicans distributing the biggest lie, for Democrats being the mob, for opposition that does not agree with the illegal, as we allege, procedures that are consistently applied to gain more power, to dominate the people, and to force upon them their sanctions, their decisions, which are all self-serving. Such individuals, Mr. Trump, Mitch McConnell, many of his Republican friends, have lost any sort of understanding what humanity, what humans, what love, what honesty, what justice is in truth all about. It is for them a game. And from an eternal image, from an eternal visual, all their lies told might sound good for them, but our universal creator is listening, and so are the people. No one is closer to the mob as Mr. Trump. His connections, his relationships to the mob have been nurtured over many decades, as the record reflects. The entire way how people are manipulated, stimulated to apply aggression, to hate, to discriminate, to oppose minorities, very clearly reflects the bullying we find in nothing other than in a mobster society. In a society that is controlled by power, a society that does not recognize the law and that resides above it in every act engaged in. And it is such men that have the audacity to tell you, the people, that the individuals who fight for due process of law and who have the interest of the people in mind to protect them from the individuals that want to gain more power and control you, the people. Such individuals are now called the mob. And it is the Light Kingdom Party who initially communicated to the people out there that the Trump presidency is not only of illegitimate nature, but it is organized crime that we are witnessing here, that is based on a mob strategy that is reflected in every act we have been able to witness in the last 2 years. Yes, America has been before in a bad position, in a bad place. And yes, corruption existed prior. But by making America great again and pretty much directing powers to a few American oligarchs and with them together to extend their powers over you, the people, and to force upon you whatever decision they find fitting on whatever illegal means. That is the reality we're currently facing. And therefore, when Mr. Trump communicates, the Democrats are the American mob, then he reflects nothing other than his very own perspective of a reality that has nothing to do with truth and the reality, like most of the things. He bragged to have created his empire on a $1 million loan. We have heard now, by due diligent investigations, we know now that in fact over $411 million have been directed from his father to all of his failing business ventures. So the truth, in truth, never had a true meaning in the life of Mr. Trump, sadly. And it is you, the people, that are paying now for it. It is the Republicans that are standing behind the lie, and that, as we allege, selling out the interest of the people in order for them to gain more power and to control whatever they wish to control. And we saw in the Nazi Empire the exact same evolutions. And the people around such men could have stopped Adolf Hitler, and they didn't. And the time has come that America, you, the people, that justice, our honorable Robert Mueller and his most valued, due diligent investigative team, takes charge and restores such values and provides to the people clarity who the mob is and why we allege political racketeering to be ongoing over a long period of time. Royal, noble, honorable brothers and sisters from around this world, this is not a joke anymore. Mr. Kavanaugh should have been ordered to take a lie detector test with the FBI. His position, the allegations presented to the people, should have been sufficient enough to make certain that his testimony in every aspect of his credibility, that he as a Supreme Court judge must hold, is verified. And a lie detector test would have at least elevated some of it. And additionally, of course, a more extensive FBI investigation was required, which with intent was denied. Such institution was deprived the authority to make justice work. And it is again a process that we have seen over a long period of time that evolved to a ball of injustice, to an extreme powerful dimension of injustice that has buried so many lives, that is of not acceptable nature anymore. The light is needed, and therefore the Light Kingdom Party should be what is on your mind. You should walk with the light, you should stand with the light, and you should demand the light in your life. We need change. We need young politicians. We need visionaries. We need global citizens, global thinking. We need the foundation of global unification in the minds of great American leaders. That is what America needs. We need the future. This is America. We are not conservative. We are not the past. We are the light of the future. And the only light there is in its principle based on justice. And when we eliminate and conceal evidence, injustice already took place, and it took place under the observation of Supreme Court Judge Kavanaugh. He witnessed the concealment of his documents. He was not willing to take a lie detector test, to clear his name and to make a real FBI investigation in such matter. Therefore, you, the people, are now the power to decide what will happen in the future. And you need to demand, and you need to stand and actively contribute and support to the Light Kingdom Party. As only we, the people, will be able to restore what has been so damaged. Walk with the light and make with us future happen. Let us illuminate earth. Let us heal it. Let us cleanse it. And let us be unified in our battle against all evil and the dark powers of corruption.